Hey guys, so by the time you listen to this, it'll be Friday, the 28th of October, last Friday of the month, and apparently the official day for the second round of California rebate stimulus to be sent out. Now, according to Forbes, it's already gotten sent out beforehand on the 24th, but that's when the original one, the first one, was supposed to run its course. The second one is supposed to start officially tomorrow, or today, by the time you listen to this. So yeah, it's supposed to start officially tomorrow, or today, if you will. So we'll see what happens on my end. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. No. You see, I'm here to talk about something else. I'm here to talk about something else as I fix my phone here, try to unlock it. But I'm here to talk about something else. It has to do with two videos I did yesterday. Now, those videos that I did yesterday, basically, one of them I recorded the audio for, very early in the morning. I recorded the audio for it very, very early in the morning, before I went right to bed. And then yesterday, about a couple hours before I had to leave for work, because I had plenty of time between waking up and leaving, I recorded another one. Now, the first one, though, is the one I want to focus on the most. It really is. That is the one I want to focus on the most. And it has to, it had to do basically with Luna's character from Hell of a Boss. And whether or not this would be the season that she would actually finally recognize Blitzo, the guy that adopted her from the Hellhound adoption, as her dad. Officially call him that and everything. And it definitely feels like, as I said in the video, that this could be the season. Now, whether or not she's already done it, that's hard to say, because for me, even though I could watch the series, it's one of those series that, let's just say, when you have a prayer warrior for a mom, living with you and you're living with them, and God knows this, me being a born-again Christian, God knows this, they have a sixth sense. They have a sixth sense of, knowing when you're watching something that you shouldn't. So, I'm not saying she would say anything against it, or be against it or whatever, but it's just one of those situations, you know what I'm saying? But it did get me thinking, though. When you look at Hell of a Boss, you look at Has Been Hotel, and by the way, there is news apparently on Has Been Hotel getting an official release date as a full-fledged series soon. I think a trailer has come out, or will be coming out. But there is talk of that happening. Hold on for a sec. Guys. Alright, just crossing the railroad track and everything. But like I said, there's actually, from one video that was Cartoon Universe, actually, that I'm subscribed to, apparently there is a trailer coming, if not already released, with a potential release date when it comes to, Has Been Hotel. So Vivi Pop is getting a lot of her projects, noticed and up and running in ways that I think she could only imagine at first. But with that said, to get back on topic here, the reason I bring all this up is, like I said, it got me thinking, It got me thinking because, one video that was recommended to me was called Midnight Mares. That's right, Midnight Mares was recommended to me. And it too was a video or an animatic, if you will. A video, an animatic, if you will, that was shown at a recent MLP PonyCon, I think in Arizona. And I just had somebody speed up real quickly before turning. Thankfully they stopped. It looked like they were in a hurry. They almost could have hit me there. That's not good. And there's lights, about, so they should have been able to see me. But yeah, second time I do an audio recording, whether it's a live stream audio recording or just an actual audio recording, and something nearly happens. But anyway, getting back on topic here. I got a video that was recommended to me. It talked about Midnight Mares, and I was like, what is this? So I looked at it, and it looks very impressive. And apparently this has been a project that's been in the works. Animatics, finished animation, and all that, for the past, several years. It had been in the works for the past, several years. And, just looking at it, I'm just blown away by the animation. And I think the person that's doing it is either doing it by themselves or they've got help doing it. But, they're still working on it. And some people even complimented to them in the comment section that not only does it look good, but, the time and patience will pay off because, they brought up Hell of a Boss. They brought up Has Been Hotel and said, look, these took years, but now they're finally getting the recognition they deserve. They're finally getting a chance to shine, whether it's on a big platform like YouTube or it's a bigger streaming platform outside of YouTube, thanks to A24 or something. That's what the production company is called. That's behind Has Been. And its release outside of YouTube on another, streaming platform. People basically have chimed in and said, patience is going to pay off. The patience is going to pay off, and you're going to eventually see, some reaping of the rewards come your way. And to me, that's why I've always truly supported this, this direction in animation, this more independent, fan-funded, fan-founded, direction, because, years ago, if not decades ago, yeah, this was kind of possible, but not at this manner. Because, yeah, decades ago and all that, it may have been possible, but it's like, the only people you'd show it to are those in college or at high school, and that's it. Nowadays, technology has advanced so far, has come so far, that basically, you could work on something like this either by yourself doing your spare time if you already have another job, or this is your job. You could take your time with it, make sure it's perfected. Or if you've got colleagues, people that support your project, want to get behind it and have a background in artwork like computer animation or whatever, digital animation, stuff like that. Nowadays you can share what you've created, what you have done, with the world, and see how the world reacts to it. Why do you think Team Season is doing what they're doing? Just like Vivipop, Vivipop? Just Just like she wanted to get Has Been Hotel on a big platform outside of YouTube, and she did, Team Season has the same intentions for the Season 3 project. They want to get, this series picked up. They want it to get acknowledged. They want Sega to basically say, hey, yeah, we see you, we hear you, we understand you, and we get it. This is a major part of Sonic, and we cannot forget that. We cannot, ignore that, if you will. We cannot ignore that, whatsoever. So, that's why I support them on Patreon and everything. And if I could see, and find this guy's Patreon, even if it's for $1, for the Midnight Mares, I will support him. I will support him because Midnight Mares is just basically his own way of continuing the MLP legacy with some new original ideas and new original characters. And when I look at something like Hell of a Boss, again, this is a series that has become such a phenomenon, and it's mainly a YouTube exclusive. It's free on YouTube. It is yet to be picked up by another streaming platform or a production company like Has Been has. Not saying it won't. I'm not saying it won't, but right now, being on a platform like YouTube, and other streaming services potentially out there, there is more leeway for these creators and their team to go as far as they want. I mean, heck, you look at Hell of a Boss, even through the compilation clips of Luna and Blitzo and all them. Could you ever imagine, a platform like FX or, HBO Max maybe, because look at Harley Quinn. They'd probably do this. Who's to say HBO Max probably won't be like, hey, let's take Has Been Hotel. But apparently, like I said, the other production company got them on some service, but we don't know who. And got them a bigger budget to go along with it. But the thing is what I'm getting at, can you imagine, something like Has Been, like Hell of a Boss on a service like FX or a service like HBO Max and everything. And basically, having these characters that are almost anthropomorphic, like, going on these adventures, having slice of life kind of situations, drama and all that, and swearing like no other. Could you imagine a platform like Fox saying, okay, we'll bring that on board? Of course you can't. Can you imagine, a platform like the CW? No. I mean, yeah, they can get edgy and everything, but you wouldn't see them go that far. I'm just saying. Which is why when, these kind of shows are now presented, or even movie projects are presented, they're done, they're done to be showcased on platforms like YouTube and other services like VENMO and, and Twitch and BitChute and all those places. And even the bigger platforms like Amazon Prime and Netflix and HBO Max and stuff. They're meant to be there because of the fact that those are more of the kind of services that let you let loose a little bit, let you have that freedom more so than any other. So when I look at how popular Hell of a Boss has gotten, when I look at the fact that Midnight Mares, something that was recommended to me on my YouTube thing, looks as good as it has, or it does, I should say, and potentially can look a lot better, if not more so in the future with more support and funding. Because just like with Hell of a Boss, it Has Been Hotel, it takes time, but the effort will pay off in the future. It just shows that we are now at a time where, like I said, decades ago, yeah, this was plausible, but the only people you could share it with are those in college or those in school, in high school and all that, or even your own family. And that's it. Nowadays, you have a platform to show it to the entire world, and you'll get it over. You have platforms where people financially fund you to get it over, to make it a reality. basically what we're in now is a renaissance of animation with its digital 2D, traditional 2D or whatever, is now in the hands of those that grew up in a time frame of the 80s and the 2000s and are now making their realities, their dreams for those ideas come true. And they have basically the platform and the technology to do that with. And not only do that with, but to share it with the world and get support from them as well, from those out there as well. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Comment down below, live chat during the premiere, like the video, super chat, super stickers are open during the live chat, and super thanks after the premiere. Check me out at BWS Discussion, all your favorite audio podcast platforms except for Pandora. And until next time, guys, I am home now. But until next time, I will talk to you all later.